Hi everyone, Space Cowboy here, coming at you with a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain. I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually play of this on the stream, but what I want to do is just kind of show you a brief overview of the game, let you see what's happening with it.
I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
So basically the stage I'm at in the game is I've played through about an hour and 40 minutes of the game now. What that's got through is the Prologue, which is a 55-minute opening where you wake up in hospital, you're missing an arm, you've got a big thing lodged in your head, you can barely walk, and people are out to kill you, and some dude with bandages all over his face helps you escape this hospital that you've been trapped in. You've been in the hospital in a coma for 9 years and have just woken up, and now you are trying to recruit your own private army. So what I'm going to do is open up and choose a mission, and we're going to do a mission, and as we go through the mission I can kind of explain what's happening. So we're still in the training bit, but
Job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission.
okay, so I'm just going to take this one.
Completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal.
No, I'll land here.
So be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty.
So
You rest it up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
this is your equip screen. So whenever you choose a mission, you go into a screen like this, and you choose what equipment you're taking in. So you've got your primary weapons, which I've got one. You can have two. Really don't see the need to have well, I don't have anything else that I can equip at the moment. It's between these two, which is your standard thing, but this one's got a suppressor. This is just your standard assault rifle. It's got more damage, better firing speed, but this one's got a suppressor, so you can take a couple of silent shots with it. Secondary weapon, you've got your bionic arm. You see, so sprinting to unleash a devastating punch, so you can use that. And you've got your tranquilizer gun, which is pretty cool for knocking out guys and also adding people to your army. You can also equip just a general handguns if you're more interested in killing the dude rather than knocking them out, which is however you want to play the game, is really up to yourself. Let's see if we got anything else. C4, we'll take some C4. It's always good to have that on you. Items, we've got the Phantom Cigar, helps you pass time. Night vision goggles. Cardboard box. Anything else? Nope. And tools. We've got everything we can with tools. The only other thing we get to choose at this point is our buddy. As you can see, I have a horse standing beside me. That is the horse. He's the only buddy I can have at the moment, but as the game goes on, you get a dog, a robot, or a half-naked woman. If you don't know about Metal Gear Solid 5 and the character of Quiet, I'm just going to leave it at that because it's just too silly to get into. So, once you get vehicles, you can choose to take a vehicle with you instead of a... Well, you can still have the buddy, but you drop into your mission, and wherever you get dropped, there is a vehicle waiting for you, and if it's Quiet, she'll get in the vehicle with you. D-Dog will get in the vehicle with you. If D-Horse is there, he'll just kind of stay where he is, but when you need him, you can whistle for him. Same with D-Walker, the robot, he'll kind of follow you. You can also play as soldiers in your base. Once you've got more soldiers, you can choose to play missions as them. So let's just jump in. Just drop in ASAP. So it'll either be at some point during the day or night. So you can choose what time of day you can jump in at. You can jump in at first thing in the morning, so you've got good light, or you can drop in at night time, so it's dusk and you've got not a lot of light, so soldiers can't see you as easily, which is good. But I find that I prefer playing in the daytime, just for my own kind of seeing things. So, Episode 3, A Hero's Way.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
So, the basic plot of Metal Gear Solid 5 is you are playing as the character of Big Boss. He was a legendary soldier, betrayed by his country. He started his own private army. He was betrayed yet again in his private army, and all his base was destroyed. That destruction also put him in a coma for 9 years, and he's woken up and decided to get revenge on the men who put him in the coma. And also he's decided that he's going to rebuild his army. So that's what you're doing now, you're rebuilding your army. And you do that by doing missions, because you're a private military corporation, so you're building your army. You're recruiting soldiers, and you do that by knocking out enemy soldiers and filtering them away. And supposedly what happens is they get taken back to your base and essentially brainwashed. So yeah, it's a kind of silly thing with the story, but you go with it because that leads you to the base building part of the game, which is really awesome. But I'll get to that later. Right now, we are going to our target. I'm going slow at the moment, just for the sake of talking about the game itself. I had this game, I'm sounding like a broken record with a lot of older games. I had this game on PlayStation 4. I also had it in PlayStation 3. Because I didn't have a PlayStation 4 when it came out, so I had a PlayStation 3, and I was able to get it for the PS3 2 days before it was actually released over here. I got it at one of the shops at Broke Street Date, and I played it in PlayStation 3, and it looked awesome on PlayStation 3. It looked really good. I actually couldn't believe how good it looked.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost.
Right, so I'm gonna leave D-Horse here.
Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Extraction arrived at Mother
So,
Base.
my mission here is, as it says, to eliminate a target, a high-level target.
You have arrived at your destination.
Now, you might have heard Miller.
Tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace
There's two people talking to me. There's Miller and there's Ocelot. Now, Miller gives me tactical advice, Ocelot also gives it in, but they sound very similar, so it's really hard to tell who's who. But anyway, Miller says the guy is, it would be a shame to waste, the way he said it would be a shame to waste the target. What that means is Miller would prefer it if I knocked the target out and took him with me, basically took him to base. Because if he's that good a target, then surely I should just take him with me. Here we go. There he is there, the one in the hat.
Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
He's the one we want. These soldiers are his unit. There's another soldier. And what I'm essentially doing is marking all the visible targets so that I can see them on my screen at all times. mark these two. Oh, there's a guy up here. Now, I can only mark who's visible. If I don't see someone, I've not marked them, and that could lead to trouble. Because this is essentially a sneaking mission. I mean, I could go in guns blazing. I'm not prepared for that, so I'm not going to do that. Diamond though, so that's thing.
Marker placed.
So that's that marked for me. I'll go get those diamonds later. I mean, the thing is with this game, it's such a huge game in scope and what it does and all the interlocking systems working together that it's really difficult to explain. Story wise, it's incredibly simple because it's not as crazy as the other Metal Gear Solid games. Like the first Metal Gear Solid, one of my favourite games. Cannot go back to it now. It's really hard to go back to, but I loved it because when I got it on PlayStation 1 and played it all the way through, it was like playing a movie. Like it had the elements in it that felt like a movie. You had like, you know, the one-on-one fight scene with the bad guy, and you know, the epic build up to the revelation that he'd started Metal Gear and not, like, he'd actually been duped. All of that stuff. But so what I'm going to do is I'm not sure if someone's manning that light. I don't think they are, but the light is moving. That's what's worrying me. I scanned the whole place and I couldn't see someone. We'll go in from this corner. I've marked those diamonds. I'm gonna go get those diamonds, but right now we're gonna take... Oh, there is someone there. Hang on. Yeah, let's get you marked. Yeah. I thought I'd scanned this place. Let's... Obviously not well enough. So, let's see, can we climb up here? Yes, we can.
You can use crack climbing to make your way up.
Crack climbing just does not sound good at all. Gonna take him out. Okay, so this is the Fulton system, so what I'm gonna do is strap a balloon to him, and away he goes. You have to be very careful though. I mean, I was not careful in any way, shape or form there. But generally what can happen is that if you start filtering people and there are guards around, they might spot that. So you have to be very careful with things like that. Let's where we are now. Oh, there's another guy over here. And one up there. So we've got everyone marked that I could see, and now we have to get into the base, get the captain, and get out again. Because that's the part that, like, a lot of people don't realise, is that once you get the dude, you have to extract him. You can extract him by Fulton, so yeah, there he goes away. The game doesn't stop and it doesn't say, well done, mission cleared, you're the boss. You still have to get out of the mission area, get to your helicopter, and get out of there. Let's go. Please. There's a tape. I need to be very careful now. And you can hear Kids in America playing. That's just one of many music tapes with 80s hits that I can nick. And he's sleeping. This is actually pretty good. Upstairs.
That's the target. Looks like we found him.
Right, let's get you out of here. So that's what we're doing. We're not eliminating him. We're taking him with us. Also, what I'm doing is I'm grabbing some resources because these help us upgrade. But we're gonna have to keep an eye on where everyone is because we don't want to get caught. What I'm going to do is actually go up here and I'm going to knock out this guy and take out the guy in the tower. And then I can Fulton him out without any... Right. Oh. Coming up. He's still wary of me, so I'm trying to be careful here. Oh. Oh. You gonna go to sleep? I think he is. Oh, hang on, where did you come from? Oh, while he's going in there, I'm gonna Fulton you out.
Target secured. I'll tell the client we sent the target to a place outside of heaven. Boss, your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
Right, let's get ourselves out of here. Oh, that that was close. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. We want him to see me. Okay. I think I was testing my luck there. I was going to go for those resources. Oh, back down again. I'd rather not have a firefight right now. I'd rather just get out of here. I did want that music tape, but I couldn't find it. I thought that stereo up there had it, but it doesn't. Okay, where are you going? Are you going round? That's the case, I'm going this way. I've still got those diamonds marked, marker A there. I do want to get them. Maybe get D-Horse to come help me out. D-Horse should be around here somewhere. Oh, hey D-Horse. Right. We don't want to go too close, so what we'll do is we'll go round the outside and get those diamonds, and then we'll... And what, oh, that's, yeah, that's something, there's a little move you can do here. As if you can see it, I'm clinging onto the side of the horse, away from the soldiers, so they can't see me. I can do it on the other side as well. It's a good way to kind of sneak around on horseback, because horses have been known to roam these areas on their own, and horseback is known for a lot of modes of transport, and sometimes horses get free, so to see one on its own, the soldiers, they're wary of it, but if you're clinging to the side of it and they can't see you, it's actually a quite good way of getting around. But let's get these diamonds.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
And then what we'll do is pick up these diamonds.
You have arrived at your destination.
Rough diamonds.
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
Mother Base.
So when this happens, what we have to do is call down the chopper for extraction. So what I'm going to do is we go to helicopter, pick up.
Please select a land support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
And this is how we get out of here. We just go to the extraction zone. So we've extracted 2 soldiers out.
Exfiltrated
That's it.
One was just an example, but the other one was the soldier I wanted.
Mission complete, boss.
And that's it, the mission's complete. We get out of the mission area.
Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.
Yeah. That was actually a really good goal. I didn't get caught. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. I mean, to be honest, because of the amount of times I've played this game, that mission is like, you know, it went like clockwork because I knew how to do it, but it was also lucky that we went in at night because the commander was sleeping, and the soldiers had less view to see us, so it was really good in that sense. So,
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again?
absolutely.
Having choppers and a horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Okay, so we've got an elite soldier. And what we do is, as more soldiers come in, they actually have different skills, so you can assign different parts of your base, which actually helps things upgrade in Mother Base.
Completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Oh. off the road just in time there. If they see you on the road, they stop and attack, and it's not great. Okay, so development, weapons. This is what my R&D team are looking at the moment, and I can assign them to specific things. There's really nothing there that I want them to look at the moment. Not really interested in a double arrow hunting shotgun at the moment. Let's see, D-Horse, what can they give for D-Horse?
Specify a project.
Oh, we need more R&D for that, so nothing for D-Horse at the moment.
Please specify a project.
Speaker. I don't really want to develop a speaker, but if it helps, do it. Okay, so let's choose a side op to do. Russian interpreter. We need this. What that'll allow us to do is hold up soldiers and get information from them. This is one of the first things we should be able to do, or we should do. So let's go do that right now. So the iDroid is marked automatically, but there's no pathfinding mechanism, and there's no minimap for you to do it. So what you have to do is find your way there. You can consult the map to check the best routes to go, but you're also watching out for things along the way. There could be, you might see some rough diamonds along the way. You might actually pass an outpost along the way, so we have to be very mindful of things like that. We'll get the interpreter and start actually hearing what they're saying, because Big Boss, he knew Russian, but now he's got a spike in his head, so now he doesn't know Russian. Bit weird. But saying that, my mum had a brain tumour. She got that removed, and she lost the ability to text on on her mobile phone. Ah. That's D-Dog, but I need to get rid of this soldier first. They kind of just drop D-Dog in the game, and it's like you'll find him randomly at different points, but he is there to be found. Hello. We'll get you to base. Off you go.
Roger that. We'll pick him up.
And we'll put you out your misery.
If he's on the brink of death, it's hard to say whether he'll survive a Fulton extraction. If you have to extract someone who's on the verge of death, you better use the chopper. But if you're gonna carry them, put them to sleep first. You won't get far if you have to fight them every step.
Right, so let's get back on D-Horse and get this interpreter. So that says get D-Dog now. As the game goes on, he gets bigger, and you can take him on missions, and he becomes, I would say he's actually the best buddy. I mean, Quiet's got her gun and everything, but D-Dog can mark enemies and actually finds a lot of different things. Right, so I'm going to leave D-Horse here.
His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian.
And there he is. I don't know if we can extract weapon placements yet. But it's night time and it's a dust storm, so it's going to make things very interesting.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
So when sandstorms come in, sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf. But that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage.
Yeah, I think I will. This is good. The randomness of the world is really good when it comes to things like this. Oh, I forgot I had my machine gun active there. Oh, they're now blind. We'll get him. I know it's saying 30%, but hopefully that should be enough.
List updated. Extraction failed.
I'm sorry, boss, but the extraction failed. The support unit just isn't skilled enough. If you want to increase the success rate of Fulton extractions in
We just lost the interpreter.
you need to improve the support unit.
You have arrived at your destination.
Looks like that fall killed him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That sucks. Right, let's go back to Mother Base. Call on the helicopter, pick me up.
Please select support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Back to Mother Base and we'll take a look at dog. That dog icon that you can see on the screen, that is the location of the horse. Whenever your buddy is nearby, it shows you exactly where, so that's pretty cool.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
The one soldier made it, the interpreter didn't.
Say, boss, you see many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones.
Oh yeah, you can actually make your own little private, it's like a private reserve you actually make. Here we go. Here we go. Get to Mother Base, OCD dog. What? Nothing on the... Oh, silly man. Right, here we go. Was it me that was the obstruction? I do like this, that you've got a minigun. And as you see, E-Horse gets Fultoned right away.
Buddy departing area of operations.
It is incredible what they've done with this engine, the Fox engine, when you consider what the Metal Gear games were before.
Development project.
It's really incredible what they've done.
Prolonged time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me.
Yeah.
Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
That's another thing that happens if you walk away from this game. Say you install this game on your PlayStation or your Xbox and you play it for a couple of weeks and then you step away from it to play something else for a couple of weeks and then come back. The game is actually progressing in time, and you come back and play the game, it actually says that the soldiers, the morale has fallen because you've not visited Mother Base. So that has an impact on it, which I think it's good and bad.
Didi, come back!
Oh.
Mitch. Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though. He'll get bigger? Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. The little polish, I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
And of course, DD's got one eye just like Big Boss.
DD, right? Hostile at raising hounds. Fine. Come on, DD.
A lot of people didn't like Kiefer Sutherland as Snake. I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was that bad. I get that everyone said, oh, David Hayter is Snake and he should be playing Snake in this, but for the game it was, I think having that Snake in there would have been... It would have given the game a ridiculous feel that this game definitely doesn't need. The game, especially after what happened in Ground Zeroes, which is the prologue to this game. How do I explain it? What happened is if you've not heard, they released a prologue game to this to show off the engine and also to show the first part of the Phantom Pain story, and it was, I mean, you could complete it in about an hour, but it was a story of you rescuing two people from a kind of Guantanamo Bay style camp.
What's up, boss?
And the events that lead you there, and what happened to the prisoners, especially a prisoner by the name of Paz, what happened to her, what happened to Chico. It actually sends a shiver down my spine thinking about it, because they went places I didn't think they would go. I didn't think they especially needed to go. I actually think that was a bit crass, to be honest. They could have done it another way, but the use of rape and it was kind of. They actually have a tape of it. Trust me, if you're interested in that kind of thing, you're messed up. But also, play Ground Zeroes if you really want to. I found it in really poor taste. So what we're gonna do is get out of here. But yeah, having David Hayter in that role with that voice, doing all those quips that Snake does and Big Boss does and things, it wouldn't have had the gravitas that Kiefer Sutherland gives it, because Kiefer Sutherland's character, his version of Big Boss, is very quiet, it's very subdued. He gives it a kind of weight to the character because he knows how to play a beleaguered character on the edge, because he played Jack Bauer, and Jack Bauer has never had a good day since 1997. So, having that beleaguered kind of character played by Kiefer Sutherland gave Big Boss more gravitas, especially in the themes that run through this story in Ground Zero. So I really like his portrayal. And if you want, and they go on about, oh, he doesn't say much. If you want to hear Big Boss talk, just listen to the cassette tape. There's a lot of talking in those tapes. It's just not in huge, long-winded cutscenes. But yeah, I would say, in my opinion, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I think this is the best Metal Gear game by far. Because this is actually a game. It's not just a movie that you're taking part in. So let's have a look. We've got some rewards here. Let's have a look at them. I think those are the online rewards you get for playing the game. Yeah. If you come out and play it every day, they send you rewards online. I think it's an automatically generated thing. Let's see. We've just got the Metal Gear music, and these are all the briefings, so you can listen to these, and these will give you, the yellow ones give you ideas of the the plot. The ones in white are more backstory that you don't need, but you know you can have. So we'll get the interpreter this time.
A landing zone heading to Afghanistan.
Drop in at this position. Oh. So I'm quite happy with the loadout. I don't need to change anything. Let's just commence the mission. We'll drop in ASAP. But yeah, I did get quite far in the PS4 version. Sorry, PS4 version. Got really far actually. Had quiet. Up nearly at full. You know, bond with her because I was using her in a lot of missions. I had D-Dog at full trust with me as well. I didn't use D-Walker a lot. Didn't see the need to. D-Horse, I kind of relegated not using D-Horse a lot because D-Horse is only good for moving around the battlefield. Once you've got access to vehicles and you know things like that, you really don't need D-Horse as much. But it's still good to have because D-Horse is a pooping command, which I would show you, but I'm not at the bond level where I can tell D-Horse poop now. But when you can make a poop in the road which causes cars to slide, I think? Question mark? Not really sure. I saw it in one of the videos when the game just before the game came out. And I've been spotted by someone already. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work.
Snake, talk to me! Snake!
Okay, so the truck is past now. Thank goodness. Yeah, let's get the iDroid up and see where this interpreter is.
Marker placed.
Wait. Oh, it's where it was last time. Okay. Now, there's no sandstorm this time. So, our approach is going to have to be less direct. I just kind of ran straight towards it because the sandstorm obscured my vision. Then I forgot I had the machine gun armed instead of my tranquilizer pistol and ended up firing at them, and that led to bad things. So this time we'll go a bit stealthily. Right, you stay there, D-Horse.
His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian. If we can get him to join
We need
us,
him, so let's tag everyone. There we go. Let's go get him. It was 6 o'clock. I feel like the passing of time in this game, in the sense that day and night does affect like shift changes and things like that, and yeah, the cogs in this game when everything is kind of moving together is fascinating, in the sense that there's so many different parts in this game moving. There's day and night cycles, there's soldier shift changes. They're all working in unison, also with all the different weird stuff in the game. Like you've got like the skull unit and things, all working in unison, and it all works to make this game unique in the sense that I don't think you could get another game quite like this. I know they're doing another Metal Gear kinda, I don't know what it's, well, I can't remember the name of it. It's something else that they're doing, but Kojima's not involved because they got rid of Kojima. So it won't be anything like this.
Must be a language specialist.
Let's see, yeah, are they going inside? Well, one's went inside, so...
Try and extract him.
Gonna fall asleep. Right, that's enough to knock him out. He should fall in. There we go. And you're down. Now we just need to get this guy down. What we'll do is... when... So, now we should be able to get him out without much problem. It should be a 100% Fulton chance this time. There's no obstructions. Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll take these two soldiers as well while we're at it. Because I do want to expand my army, so we might as well take these guys.
Startup completed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added.
Boss, that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative.
He's only just got there.
Living a free life like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
So, that's that side up complete. That is one of the first things they tell you to do. So now that we've got...
Something of an ancestor to the domestic carrot. It's also a favorite of wild animals.
Let's see. So what we can do is make our own little private nature preserve zoo by extracting some wild animals. So if we see like a mule running about, knock it out. If we see a sheep running about, knock it out. At one point you actually get a side mission to try and take down a bear. And you can kill the bear, yeah, but if you can extract it, that's how you get a bear. You can't use it in missions though. It would have been awesome if you could have trained that bear and dropped it into attack zones and have the bear run wild, kind of like a Far Cry situation, but they don't let you do that. I think because the bear would have ended up getting killed, you know, they were kind of like, well, you've captured the bear, just have it killed. So, no. But it's interesting, that's just a little side thing you can do, is collect these animals and trap them and have your little nature preserve going just to visit. I mean, it does mean your base expands, but you simply just visit them and see these animals hanging out, and it's interesting. Like I say, this game's got so many things going for it. I'm just so shocked at the way it ended with Kojima and Konami. Hideo Kojima, the creator of the Metal Gear series and the director of this game, had such a singular vision on how he wanted this game to go, and to all intents and purposes, every single showing of this game, every hands-on preview, everyone was blown away by it. So Konami I think they were just chomping at the bit to get it out, and that's why the game feels like, people say the story is cut short. And I think probably that's why, because he probably wanted to keep going with like adding a bit more to the story, probably maybe 1 or 2 missions more. And he didn't. I think he was actually ordered to get the game out, and because he had such a bitter falling out with him, his name was actually removed from the cover. I'm pretty sure, let me grab the cover here right now. Yeah, I mean, normally it says Hideo Kojima at the top of the box, and the early box art actually had that, and then all of a sudden his name's not on it anymore. And that's because they were not happy with him wanting to keep going, and they were just like, get this game out, because they were projecting huge sales for it. They were projecting this game was going to be and it was going to be on both sets of consoles, last gen and new gen. So they were thinking this is going to be massive, and you know, just get it out. It doesn't, you know, they weren't thinking about the story, they were just thinking of the numbers, and he was thinking about the story. But now he's off doing something else, so I think also the cancellation of Silent Hills really hit him hard, because he was ready to work with Guillermo del Toro in that Silent Hills game. I mean, that game, from everything I've heard, that game was going to be weird. And you had Norman Reedus on board, you had that PT playable teaser that everyone was raving about, and a lot of people, I mean, I've seen gameplay of it. In fact, I've got a recommendation for you. Once you're finished watching this, if you want to see something really funny, look up a YouTube channel called Video Gamer TV, and search for a video called Two Cowards Play PT. And what it is Simon Miller and David Scammell from Video Gamer, the website. I don't think they work at the website anymore, but they used to work at the website, and they used to do videos called Two Cowards because they didn't like scary games, but they would be forced to play them. And they played PT, and it's one of the funniest experiences, because it's not like an hour-long video of them playing it. It's actually super cut. It's like 15 minutes, but it is funny stuff. And you get a sense of the dread that they're feeling playing it. And Simon Miller's a big guy. I mean, he's like big buff guy, goes to the gym a lot, like wants to be a wrestler, like, you know, and I don't say that making fun of him. He literally is training to be a wrestler. He's a big guy. Really, I think he signed up with What Culture Wrestling, their training school and stuff, so he is in preparations to become a wrestler, and he hates playing scary games. Okay, so where are we? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop playing now. Really burned out for tonight, to be honest. I'm really quite tired, and I'm going to call it a day, because I know for a fact that if I keep playing, I'm going to start feeling, you know, like my gameplay will go down, I'll start missing shots and things, so I'm going to cut the video off there, but yeah. And like the video, first of all, and subscribe would be awesome. You'll catch up with anything new I'm doing. Also, you'll be able to see my older videos. I've got quite a few up there already. Trying out different games here and there, doing a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.